フルカウンター。
Alright lads, welcome back to another Black Clover video, and you know what, that actually feels really good to say, but today we're going to be breaking down the actual trailer from yesterday, and also the new one that released earlier this morning, as well as some new information that's come out about the game, and boys, this is looking so promising, man. I'm not even going to lie to you lot, so let's just jump straight into things. If you are new for Black Clover, do subscribe, we cover it on the channel. However, you know, it may be a while before we get any more information, but any new information that does drop, I will be covering on the channel, so you don't want to miss it. So boys, let's just jump in. Alright, so let's break down the actual companies making the game. Firstly, at the bottom, we have Pearl Abyss, which have made Black Desert Mobile, and this is what they've made in the past. So you won't be mistaken to think that we're going to get this type of game, but for Black Clover. And I'm going to say no, we're not. I'll go through why in a second or later on, but I do believe this game is turn-based 4v4. You'll see later on why I say that. But also, Vic Games Studio, which is the big one here, and someone left a comment, I can't find it, but someone said that the person making this game has also made Grand Cross, and I didn't believe him. I didn't think anything of it until I saw Marie's tweet. Apparently the founder of Vic Game Studios has also made, or was the lead developer on Grand Cross. So when I was watching the trailer, and I'll break it down a second more later on, I'm just seeing so much Grand Cross in this game, and you'll see what I mean later on when I break it down. And the fact that I found, now we've just known that the actual lead developer from Grand Cross is making this game, or made this studio as well, it's like, it's ill connecting, boys. This is literally Grand Cross 2.0, but better, and also for Black Clover. So, boys, let's just go further into the trailer. Alright, so the official title of the game is Black Clover Mobile. The reason I'm saying you may miss this because I did react to the actual Japanese one. Obviously, I wasn't trying to get spoiled, so I didn't search anything up. But yes, it is actually an English version. And it's kind of funny because the people who make this game, they always call their games mobile. Like, they have Black Desert Mobile, and now we have Black Clover Mobile. But also, the biggest thing, it is in English, which does mean we might be getting a global version on release, like how Slime did it. I hope they don't, personally, because the best part about having a JP version is the fact they can fix it for the global version. So I guess the biggest thing, like the way I see it, is Grand Cross. They had a really terrible update for Super Awakening on you know, the JP side, but when we got on global, we got the better and fixed version, where, you know, Slime Isekai Memories, they could have benefited from that, because they released like the 3 banners back to back, all hype characters, no real content, a lot of bugs, where if they did that on JP, because when we get on global, they could have fixed it, you know, not release 3 characters back to back, you know, release, just like pace them out a little bit, you know, better characters, more optimization, better content, to where we get, you know, just an overall better game, to where people on global can stay around and hopefully just have a better experience, where JP is kind of like a beta version almost. Also, it is called mobile, which I think is a little bit weird nowadays, because typically you have like Black Clover, Phantom Knights, or 70 Sins Grand Cross. You never really call it Black Clover or like 70 Sins. You say Grand Cross and play Legends and play Dokkan and I play Brave Souls. Nah, to be fair, at that point you'll probably say Bleach Brave Souls, but you get my point, right? So yeah, it's just called Black Clover Mobile. So once again, we do have translation, so play the original animation on your mobile device. So once again, they're literally doing the exact same thing as Grand Cross, and now that we know the lead developer from Grand Cross is a part of this game as well, like, boys, they're doing the exact same thing. We're going to get the story from start to finish, literally adapted 1-to-1 almost, probably even better, which is kind of funny because Black Clover and 70 Sins aren't really known for having great animation, so the fact that we're getting literally a reanimation of the game, but in, like, you know, mobile form through CG and 3D, I guess, is a little bit surreal, man. This is literally my dream. It's what I wanted for so long now, so I can't believe it's actually happening right in front of my eyes. They're probably going to follow the exact same thing as Grand Cross, and we do have some more information about that later on, so let's just jump to it. Alright, so I'm going to break down this actual screenshot later on in more details, but to kind of follow up what I was just saying with character releases, as you can see right above me right here, you do have Season 1, and essentially we're going to get characters based off seasons. And if you don't know, Black Clover is seasonal, even though it did release weekly. Essentially, Season 1 was from the start of the series all the way up to the Veto fight, and that is where we're going to get Season 1 content. So the first few months is going to be based around that, then we're going to go to Season 2, where we're going to get, you know, the Witch arc and other things like that, so it's going to be kind of insane. So when we start getting like Season 4 or Season 5, I'm not too sure how many seasons there are, but when we start covering like the Spade Kingdom, the Devil fight with Licht, Patry, it's going to be a mad one. I can't wait for this game, man, but I'm a little bit scared for my bank because this game is going to hurt me, because I'm going to want every character. And like, unlike Grand Cross, where I don't really care about half the roster, I care about a lot of these guys, like Licht, Patry, like I want to get all of them. Magna, Luck, Finral, we're broke, boys, we're broke. All right, so is the game going to be open world? I'm going to say no, because I've seen some misinformation about that, like it's going to be like Genshin Impact, where I don't think it is. I think it may be similar to Genshin Impact, but smaller, but also very similar to Grand Cross. So right now in Grand Cross, you have your world map, but then you can also travel to a certain town and kind of explore it. Where Grand Cross, it's not really that big, very small, not that many people going like on it. There's nothing really going on there. Well, I think they're taking what they did in Grand Cross but making it a lot bigger to where you see what I mean right now. So when he loads in, you can see like right now, he loads in right now, like kind of stretches a little bit where you can go forward, but you can't go back. If you do go back, you're going to go back to the world map, and you see later on why I break it down more. But like right here, it zooms in on Asta basically, where you can't go backwards, but you can go forward and you can explore the world, similar to Grand Cross, but as you can see, they're doing it on a bigger scale. And also, like, look at the people. Like, if this was an open world game on a mobile phone and there's that many people on the screen, it's gonna kill your phone. So you kind of have to limit it a little bit, I think, personally. So you can see right now, he kind of walks around. There's so much stuff here, but when you look at the minimap in a second, it's just linear. It's like it's just back and forth, right? So you see right now, you can probably just leave right behind and you'll kind of go back to the world map, where like even like right now you can explore, but it's very similar to Grand Cross. Like it's not like you can go left and right, run around the building, you know, it's straightforward. But this is just Grand Cross but on crack. That's the way I'm seeing it. Alright, so to break down that actual translation, because you kind of just translate it for Google Images. First thing to know is one, the stamina right above there, right on the top right corner. You do see he's 20 to 25, and he's now level 2. Throughout the trailer, he was level 1, so that's mean every time you level up, you're going to get a 5 stamina increase. Once again, don't want to keep saying it, but probably similar to Grand Cross, where you're going to get around 100 stamina, maybe, depending on how much higher you can go in levels. Also, you do have Black Jewels. I think they're doing the exact same thing as Black Clover Phantom Knights, which is what their previous Black Clover game. And they had Black Jewels, so we may get the exact same thing here. Also, right above me here, you have the general store. So once again, like Grand Cross, you travel to a town to buy stuff in the store, in the actual town. So each town will have a different store. Once again, I keep saying it, but very similar to Grand Cross, because now that we know the lead developer is on it. But also, as you can see right below me, you can move around, but there is no actual attack indication. Because once again, this is not a game like how we have Genshin Impact, where you can go around and start attacking. It's going to be turn-based, which is why you can't attack in free roam. So we also have objectives, as you can see at the top there. It does say talk to Noelle. And you see that throughout, no matter what city you're in, that objective is always there. So once again, like Grand Cross, boys, you can see you always have like your objectives in the top right, and at the bottom you kind of break down the actual some of these here. So you have the shop, which is more or less going to be like just buying crystals. Then you have challenges, which might be where you have to get your, you know, defeat certain quests to pop your characters, pop your mages. Then you have your maid, which I'm assuming is going to be your actual summoning. Looks like a little bit like Genshin Impact, so that's how you're going to be summoning. Then you have the world. So once again, I think when you click this button, you're going to get an overview of the whole world, where you can click on a certain like place to teleport to, and you boom, you'll fly there. Maybe they might have Magna fly you over, and then boom, you just get transported there. So that's how I think they're going to do it. And you have the hideout, where you can go back to your home base, probably like how you have Grand Cross, where you go to your a tavern. With this part, we might actually go back to the Black Bull's hideout. So like I just said, remember this icon? This is the Black Bull hideout, basically, right? So if you click that button, you're going to get teleported to the Black Bull's hideout, which is going to be your, hopefully your main base, like how we have Grand Cross. And as you can see, the icon is now changed. It's no longer the hideout, is something different. But as you can see, you have the whole Black Bulls. You can explore the Black Bull's hideout, boys. This is unreal. And once again, very similar to Grand Cross. You may be able to go to the chef, get some food, talk to the characters. Obviously, you have Golden sitting there, Grey, and I'm sure, once again, like Grand Cross, that's going to be my favorite phrase throughout this video now. Once you progress through the story mode, it's going to change with you. So when you beat, like, let's say, chapter 1, which is going to be season 1 of the content, when you defeat, you know, Veto, you then unlock the new Grey, where Grey's going to change to an actual go. Maybe Gordon gets a bit more comfortable, starts moving around a little bit. But then when you walk past him, you do get this icon, which is almost identical to Genshin Impact, am I wrong? So this is what I mean, where it's like a mix of Genshin Impact, but also, you know, Grand Cross, to where it's like Grand Cross, when you go literally into one section animation, and you can explore that area like how you can on Genshin Impact. Probably can't climb the walls. Might be just linear where you can only stay on the floor, but this is like best of both worlds in my opinion, man. Like this is like this might be your home base really. So it's so sick, bro. It's so sick. And also I kind of missed in the last screenshot, but there is an actual talk feature, so hopefully we have an actual knighthood squad. Boys, I mean, this is Black Clover. Like, it's all about squads and mages, so if we don't have a knighthood feature, this is gonna be an actual L for the game, because once again, the Black Clover game last time didn't have that feature. It couldn't really benefit from it where this game can, and yeah, I really hope they do it, man. Once again, if Grand Cross had it, I'm sure this game can have it too. So, so much potential for this game, bro. So much potential. Okay, I do want to bring up these two because you may have missed it. I know I missed it the first time, but you do get to see Secre and also Zora in the top right here. Obviously, these are late characters in the story mode, so we're not going to see them for a very long time. Maybe even a year after the game's been released, we may not even get them in the game, because they're doing what Grand Cross does, where we get characters based on story mode, which they looks like they are doing because they have Season 1 above their name. Then, yeah, we may not see these two characters, especially the new hairstyle for Finral, for at least a year, maybe, man, because it's like almost endgame content almost. Then we have the first look at the actual animation right now. So it is chopped up. I do believe it's chopped up from okay, I'll explain in a second, but when you get a character, this is the first thing you're gonna see probably, where like they kind of form, like you see their hand, like, oh god, who is it? And then boom, you see like who it is. It's Noelle. You pull Noelle, and that's how it's gonna work. Then you have this one right here, which is like when you pull the character. So typically you have like, you know, one piece of like the red ticket, I'm not too sure what poster even, or on Grand Crush you have like the little crystal. So you have the Grimoire, and this is a fake out because the golds are actually like the highest rarity. So boom, fake out, and then boom, you pull Noelle, and then it kind of forms to I think what the scene we just saw at the start, and then at the end, or I guess before actually, you're gonna get this scene right here. Boom. That's how it looks. It's chopped up very weird, so we haven't got the full animation, but that's kind of how it's gonna look. And then this scene right here, we have Noelle's face looks really weird there, but we have this scene which I'm gonna break down now. Alright, so this is translated through a website, so some things may look a bit sketch and some things may be kind of wrong here, but we do get a good idea basically what this is. So firstly, we do have the actual HP, which is 30k, attack power 200. Obviously, because Noelle is not a fighter, she has a lot of magic power because she's obviously a mage even. Quite a bit of defense, but then when we go to Asta later on, you can see a screenshot now on screen. Asta is kind of the reverse. He has more attack power and like less magic, because obviously Asta has no magic. A little bit weird, he's got 30 magic power because he's no magic, but I guess, you know, he's anti-magic, so maybe that's why. But then let's break down the sides here. We do have magic tools, which I'm assuming is the magic skills. Then we have magic book, which might be a way of awakening characters, maybe power the skills even a bit more. Then we have imprint, which I'm not too sure what that could be. Maybe if we're compared to Grand Cross, it might be a way to view the actual, you know, artwork maybe, because you have some pretty good artwork on the right side here. Then we have costumes. Now, I do hope, once again, they do the route of Grand Cross, where we get custom costumes where it's just made for the character. They're just completely random. They just give us some costumes, we can buy them. But I think they may do what a lot of gacha games do, where if you pull a character, so for example, we have Noelle here. If you pull, let's say, Season 3 Noelle, which is the Valkyrie armor Noelle, you're going to get that armor. You can then put that costume on this Noelle here. So, essentially, if you get like you know, swimsuit Noelle, for example, you can then put that swimsuit Noelle on any other Noelle that you pull, because they share the same costumes. That's how I think they're going to do it, but I hope they do what Grand Cross does. Then we have intimacy, which I think is going to be the affection, to where you have to level up the characters like GIF. You know, many gacha games do this, you're probably used to it, but you get my point here. You feed them something, you give them something, their love or their intimacy goes up, and then boom, you get some free rewards. And at the bottom, I'm not too sure what that is, so I honestly have no idea. Maybe some skill tree awakening, I'm not too sure. Then on the right, we do have the actual 18, so it does confirm we get to 18 characters on launch. I might break down the full roster later on, but this could improve later on. But for right now, we have 18 confirmed characters. We don't know all of them just yet, but I'll save that for another video. Okay, so last thing I want to bring up is this thing right here, the actual Clover icon. So I would have thought that's where they come from. So, you know, a lot of the mages come from the Clover Kingdom, so we're going to get the Clover icon. But then if we go forward a little bit more here, you will see Mars is from the Diamond Kingdom, but has, you know, the Clover icon there too, so I'm not too sure what that means. But I have no idea, man. Maybe that's where they appear for the first time. So the Diamond Kingdom or Spade Kingdom, for example, are going to have the Spade icon because they appear first time in the Spade Kingdom. Can't tell you, maybe they change it later on, but who knows. But also we have first look of how characters are going to be based upon. So as you can see, you have support here for William, because obviously William's the healer probably. Then you have Mars, which is typically attacker, so he's going to have the attack, the sword one. And then the next one is Yeah, I can't really tell because typically you have like tanks, for example. So maybe these are like specialists. Maybe like I don't know. I can't tell you what they're going to be. We'll have a word for it later on. But so far we have confirmed attack, support, and then support, healer, support, I don't know. And of course, finally, we do have SR, which is blue, and SSR, which is gold. Alright, so this scene right here is why I believe we're going to be getting the turn-based game. And right now, you can see a lot of stuff. Once again, very weird camera angles. It doesn't look like actual story mode content. And Magnus riding his bike for some reason. Why is he doing that? Unless that's part of his actual character kit. And also, Locke is here. If you watch Black Clover or Reddit, you know Locke does not appear during this arc. So why is he here? This does mean this is an actual cutscene from actually starting the game. So like how we have Grand Cross where you run in a little bit long. So right after the scene, it does end. We don't get to see too much here, but I'm assuming right after you are going to get, you know, actual gameplay. But yeah, it does confirm it can be a 4v4 based turn-based game. And I don't mind that. It's once again maybe there's more backline support because Grand Cross has, you know, 3v3, and then there's one support where they may just do 4 people, and there may be 1 or 2 more supports in the background. Who knows? Maybe it's 8 player, but right now all that we do know is that at least for the gameplay wise, it's gonna be 4v4 probably, and hopefully there is PvP because that will save the game, honestly. All right, so this scene here is most likely a little bit long, but most likely going to be the summon animation. And the reason why I say that because, well, Asta does never verse this this monster. I'm not gonna say his name because it could be a spoiler if you haven't read or watched the anime. And you can tell there's some things that kind of very similar to Grand Cross. Firstly, he does his blast like how we have in Grand Cross, right? And I like how Mediolus kind of defends against it, does a full counter. He reflects it away, which is like a guaranteed SSR maybe, and or SR. Then he jumps towards him, does the blast, and then right here you could die, but then you boom, you get the Black Asta, which is guaranteed actual SSR, and then he kills the boss, right? So that I can see being an actual summon animation. It goes, you know, flashes white, and then boom, you get the Grimoire. Okay, so the thing that puts me off this theory is the fact that we do get a Grimoire for, like, you know, for summoning the characters, right? So killing the raid boss and getting a Grimoire doesn't make too much sense. I think the way the actual old Black Clover Fan Night game did it was kind of perfect, where you walk into the Sanctum, which has all the books really, and then boom, the Grimoire gets chosen towards you. But we'll have to wait and see how they do it. But boys, I'm looking forward to it. If you are gassed too, then do leave a like and show support for the video, because we'll be covering the game like from now up to the release and post, even like for the next few years even. It's gonna be a mad game. I cannot wait. So boys, thank you, and yeah, join me on this journey, man. It's gonna be a long one, but I cannot wait. Like, this is, like, I've said it so many times, boys, it's my dream game. Boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, any information that you think that I left out, then do let me know. I definitely might be covering it again if the video needs to be done again. But yeah, boys, thank you for watching, and yeah, peace.